At first, I didn't fully understand the whole F1 on BBC thing. I didn't get why they'd only be showing half of the races live. And I also didn't get why Sky had taken such an interest on Formula One. In the past, they haven't really been bothered with detailed coverage on the sport on Sky Sports News. But then, with the release of their new channel, especially for Formula One, and then they announced the new team, they've sold on pretty much the entire BBC team apart from Jake, Eddie, DC, and Lee Mackenzie. But pushing all of that aside, I'm really looking forward to seeing how Sky take to Formula One. They have massive shoes to fill, and we've been incredibly lucky with the coverage that we've had from the BBC over the past few years. Only thing I'm not looking forward to is Steve Ryder. Couldn't stand him when he was on ITV, so I guess I'll just press mute when he comes on screen. Favourite television moment of 2011? That's a tough one. There's been so many. We've been sport for choice from the BBC. I really can't decide. I guess all the coverage for the Canadian Grand Prix was phenomenal. If that race was shown on ITV, we would have seen like 4 hours of adverts until the race restarted again. So hats off to the BBC on that one. All the VTs and end of race montages are great. The forum is fantastic. Everything's just been brilliant since the BBC took over for the 2009 season. I know I'll be watching the races that the BBC have live on the BBC, and the races that the BBC aren't showing, obviously I'll watch on Sky, so I can't really complain. I get the best of both worlds. Favourite part of the race weekend? I love all of the weekend. How can you not? From morning practice, afternoon practice, Saturday morning gearing you up for qualifying, the top 10 shootout in Q3. Everyone goes into Q3 thinking who the hell can beat Seb and Red Bull, and obviously the race. This is Formula One. Anything can happen. It's so predictable. Sometimes you think, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Could it be Seb or could it be somebody else? My dream presenting team, along with many others, I'd really like to see Murray Walker back in the commentary box. I think Jeremy Clarkson would be a nice little twist to the team. He'd be hilarious. But at the end of every race, people would be writing in because he's offended them in some way. It would be great to have more ex-drivers presenting. I wouldn't mind Jean-Elise presenting. I could look at him all weekend. But pushing that aside, they've been there and done that. They can relate to what feelings and emotions the drivers have on the grid. So that's why it's great to have DC in the commentary box, because he can really, talk us through what's going on, the mentality of a Formula One driver. Before I sign off, I just want to say a quick shout out to Race 2 Recovery. I know it's mirror image in this, but they're a fantastic cause. If you don't know about them, they are soldiers who have fought out in Afghanistan and have had to come home because of injury. They've had like their legs blown off or their arms blown off or whatever, and they're really pushing through to do the Dakar Rally in 2013, and they've got a custom vehicle. They've been doing rallies up and down the country to prepare themselves, and it is a really fantastic cause. They're inspirational people. They really took my heart when I found out about them yesterday at the Auto Sports Show. So if you'd like to go to their website, it's on there, www.race2recovery.co.uk, and just do what you can, support them. I know we'll be waving the flag high for them when they compete next year. So thank you. That's me signing off. Bye guys.